Hey, episode 2. Congratulations.
Yeah, man, this would be the first official episode, I guess,
Oh,
of
okay.
Witchcast.
Sure.
Yeah, because I mean, the first one was kind of a pilot, so I guess this is number two, but it's actually officially number one, really, I guess. I mean,
Well, these movies I'm kind of getting a feeling are probably all going to be number 2, if you know what I'm saying.
well, it's funny, dude. Like, I mean, the whole premise of this show is, I mean, I'm Balls, obviously. You're Duck. My buddy Duck decided, hey, I don't get to see you a lot. So I need to reach out and figure out a way to, torture you and, make you feel like you're in the seventh layer of hell, buddy. So like he reaches out to me and says, "Hey, we should go through." I thought there was like what 12. You're telling me there's what 16, 17
Yeah, yeah.
of the Witchcraft movie series. And I'll be honest with you, I growing up, I've seen some of these here and there, and I don't recall ever really feeling one way or the other. And now the episode, I guess 1.5, maybe.
It's episode 1. What?
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
but but I this was the very first one we watched, right? The very first
Mhm.
Witchcraft from what 1988, is that correct?
Yep. Yeah, 1988.
And I mean, I'll be honest with you, man. Like I said, I used to see these here and there, and I remember they were big on video. Like I used to, I'm gonna date myself now, and they used to be big on VHS. You'd always see the new every time a new one would come out every 2 weeks, there'd be a new box coming, and I don't remember loving this movie, but I didn't remember much about it. And now that we watched the first one, I don't remember it being this. It's pretty fucking bad. It's
Yeah, that's the thing is I remember
in
last
my
month when
mind.
we
I
were
don't remember it being so bad. In my mind, I sort of had a like, oh, I think the first couple were pretty good. And
yeah,
me revisiting it today, I was like, huh. And
I,
then as it's going, I'm like, I don't know, maybe it'll get better. And I'm like, hmm. And then it was over, and I'm like, man, that was really fucking bad. I'm like, it was nearly not as bad as I remember it. So,
see
I don't-
to me, it's not as good. I remember it being pretty good. It's not good, but I don't know if I would hesitate saying it's bad, but I don't know if that's because I have another podcast where we watch all the Amityville movies, and those are, I mean, it's like $200 budget movies. I mean, those are bad.
I'll
So
be
like,
honest
I
with you,
don't
I've
know if it's
probably
because
seen
I'm
more
like,
Amityville than I've seen these. So, I mean, these are going to be, I mean, even on a even on a fun, cheesy level, I mean, it's probably going to be fun sifting through all these because, I mean, they can't all be terrible. I mean, some of them's got to
yeah,
be good. I mean, that's
but
kind of half the fun of it. Like,
I think I might have I think I might have fucked up my barometer about what's a bad movie or what's a good movie because like this is like I don't know. I still think it's kind of good, but I mean, I guess it's not a great movie, but like I wasn't mad. But
I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was like the worst thing I ever seen, but
yeah,
I think I kind of romanticized it a little bit in my head because I had feelings back when I'd first seen it when I was like in eighth grade, maybe, that it was a lot better in my mind than I thought it would be. Now, I guess I mean, now I'm an old fuck now. So it's like fast forward how many years and all the things I've seen and all the tropes I've seen and all the horrible movies I really have seen. I mean, yeah, I wonder if that has a lot to do with it. So, I mean,
I I definitely romanticized it in my mind. It was definitely not as good as what I remember, and it like I felt bad too because I remember when we were recording the pilot episode, I was like, "Oh no, man, the first one's great." I was like telling you how good it was.
well, I believed you because, like, in my mind, I sort of remember it, and I'm like, I don't remember it being too bad. And now I'm watching it today, and I'm just like,
The,
okay.
man, the thing is, like, it's, and we'll get into a breakdown, but it's like if it was like 30 minutes shorter, I guess it'd only be an hour long. Like, there's if they'd like trimmed it down, it wouldn't be so bad because like the parts that are cool, the special effects are cool, the music is okay, like that, the acting is whatever. But I mean, I feel like they have good ideas, but it's like there's just like some parts that are just kind of like, okay, this is kind of a
You
slug
know
to
what?
go.
I think you might be onto something, dude. Because when I watched it, it felt like a chore, like it was just too long. And then
Yeah.
there was a lot of kind of redundant things that just kind of keep happening that you see. They keep reusing things over and over, and I'm just like, it kind of
Mm.
becomes, you know, kind of redundant. But like, I, some things are kind of good in it though. Like, I mean, I always have to kind of give that kind of thing a pass from the beginning because I mean, as you know, dude, you make film. Like, I'm sure they had a very limited budget. I'm sure they had a very, you don't know how bad it was for all that to come together. And I mean, I got to give like any B movie or indie movie filmmaker a pass on that level because I mean, you don't have the money to fix things. You don't have money to try to throw at stuff when it pops up. And I mean, for what it was back then, I'm sure it was probably pretty ambitious. But I mean, I almost feel like I said it's like me being a old curmudgeon now. I'm just like, man, back in my day that was really good, but now I'm just like, meh, like.
Well, I don't want to give people too much of a pass though, because like in this movie, like they, I feel like if the script was a little stronger, like I feel like it was. I feel like the stuff that was bad in this movie wasn't because of like budgetary constraints. You know what I mean? Like they could have like worked like maybe a couple more passes over the script. Kind of like make you can have dialogue that's like interesting and stuff that's not just like you said the same thing repeat, like Grace, she keeps having these visions over and over
Yeah,
again. It's
that
like
gets kind of old, and then they keep
uh,
showing the lady with the spitting the blood out in different capacities. And like, the
yeah,
funniest part I remember, and I don't remember when initially seeing this though, that made me laugh out loud was whenever the girl, her friend, gets her head chopped off the X, but then you clearly see the string with the head turning around on it for like really no apparent reason, and I'm just like, huh, I wonder
yeah,
what
I thought it
that's
was supposed
about.
to be a floating head or
Yeah, I
something.
know. Like, I still am not quite sure what they were trying to achieve to this day. And I kind of enjoyed it on that level. I'm like, oh well, that was kind of worth watching it just for that funny. That's it. That was pretty. I laughed out loud. So I mean, at least that.
Man, you're gonna hate the further we get in this, like it's just like the budget goes down more and more and more.
Oh, dude, I can't even imagine that. But I mean, the good part is most of these are on Tubi. So I mean,
Yeah, there's a bunch on
I know
on
two is
Fox.
not, which I actually have on one of my external hard drives somewhere. But
Two is on it's on YouTube. There's like a
Oh,
bootleg of
really?
it.
And then, like, yeah, but I noticed like there's a shit
It's
ton of
also
these on Tubi. So I mean, I
one
don't think it's
one
going to be
through.
hard to get through most of these, but well, I mean, finding them. I mean, getting through them could probably be a different story. But
I think it was like 1 through 9. You can watch for free on Fossum if you ever have Fossum.
my buddy actually has a stand-up show on Fossum. I guess I'll have to look.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah, dude, it's a great streaming service. It's like Tubi,
How much is it?
like
Is it free?
yeah, it's free.
Oh, I might
It's
have
like
to
Tubi.
check
There's
out
just
Fossum.
commercials. Yeah, Fossum. Yeah, it's free. Awesome.
So, Doc, let me ask you: do you feel like Witchcraft One is still Fossum?
I don't know if I would race to go watch it again, but you know, who
Okay,
knows? In
let
like
me ask
five
you:
years, in
what
5 years, I'll put it on again.
what's worse than Witchcraft? Like, is there? I mean, can you name me a movie that you think is way worse than this?
Oh, any movie from Dustin Ferguson is gonna be horrible. Any movie, any movie
Yeah, I'll
that
give you
is.
that.
Yeah.
I always weigh, let's see here. I weigh Creepshow 3 against pretty much every movie. That's my go all end all fucking worst movie ever. So,
That movie is bad, but I'd rather
and
watch
I hate
Creepshow
the
3.
fact that people think it has anything to do with the original two. Like that, you don't even know how bad that irritates me. Like I'm always on the internet being that guy, like correcting everybody, like no, 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 no. Like that's not. I
Well,
haven't
the real Creepshow 3 did come out.
Tales from the Dark Side, the movie.
Tales from the Dark Side, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Creepshow 3.
See, that's
And
why
that
we're
movie's
friends, man.
fucking
You
awesome,
know
dude.
important shit like I do. I mean, that's why
Yeah.
we get along so well. Just
I
you
love
knowing that just you gave me a perverse thrill. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
that.
yeah, dude, it's good to yeah. Yeah, as shitty as I thought it was revisiting it, it was a lot of fun. Like I am having fun already doing this with you, so I think it's going to be a
Yeah.
fun and interesting project. I mean, what would you say Witchcraft has going for it the most? Like, what's the biggest strength this movie has?
The whole franchise or just this movie?
Just this particular one.
I mean, I think the special effect, like the prosthetics and the special effects, are pretty good. They're low budget, but they're really, I mean, they're pretty good.
I was
Like
going to say for the
the
late
face
'80s.
melting and the
Yeah, yeah, I
like the
liked.
priest.
Yeah, that looked decent for low budget, and when the priest hangs himself, I thought that looked pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the decapitation didn't look great, but
you know what though,
I
dude?
like
I
the
liked it. It kind
vibe.
of had a charm that like just a ridiculous charm, like it was like almost ridiculous. Like, did you ever see House?
Oh yeah, those are my favorite movies. Yeah, House 2 is my favorite all time movie of all
It
time.
kind of had like that kind of like charm, Like, I mean, I don't know, dude. The more we're talking, maybe I liked it more than I thought I did.
Yeah, I liked it. I guess from what I've read online, they made Rosemary's Baby was like a smash hit. Like they weren't expecting Rosemary's Baby to make it. Made so much money, so
Correct me if I'm wrong, dude. Didn't that even win like that one like a Oscar nomination? I think at the
yeah,
time.
it got nominated, but it didn't win.
Yeah, I was gonna say for horror,
Yeah, big deal.
it doesn't happen a lot. So
Yeah, so they made Witchcraft basically as like a mockbuster. They
I
basically
like
were
a piggyback
trying
to
to
piggyback
cash
off
in.
the success of Rosemary's Baby. I never
Yeah,
knew that.
yeah,
Oh, I
that's
didn't
why
know
it had.
that's what that was. That's something, huh?
Yeah, it was like a rip off cash.
But
That it started like that. The first one's like that.
did you not tell me? Was it last time we were talking that the second one takes place right from the end of the first one, and you had it's the kid grown up? Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. William, the
Yeah,
baby,
the
in the first
baby.
one, he's the main character in the next 15 movies.
That's kind of interesting to me. So I guess I'm
Yeah,
sort of kind of curious to see where it goes at
I
least.
got some notes here. Let's see. I
I'm,
took some.
I'm glad you have some because I don't.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is it? You might have to cut this out. Yeah. So William is played by 9 actors in all 16 movies, but that's including like the baby. He's a baby in this one, and then
The baby and
he's
8 more actors.
yeah, in the next 16 movies, or in the next 15,
That,
16 count this.
that's insane.
Yeah, yeah, it's insane that they got the same actor in like there'll be like a run. I think there's like one where there's like a run of 3 movies where it's the same actor, and then he goes away and then comes back for one. Because I think it's like,
Yeah, are you serious?
um,
That's
yeah, what is it? It's like kind of like what they did with James Bond back in the day. But like one of the Witchcraft movies they filmed in England, and he wasn't in that one. Yeah, there's one that takes place entirely in England.
all right. I'm curious. You got me.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, now you got my interest. I'm like, but yeah, I'm I'm strangely into it. I guess. I mean,
yeah, dude. This is the next year and a half is going to be a wild ride.
this is going to be the year of the witch.
Uh, I got a breakdown. Should we just go through the movie and
Yeah, dude.
and
Let's do the let's do the Ducks drive-in breakdown here.
cool. All right. So it starts off. There's a lady named Grace Churchill who has a baby. It's William. He will be our protagonist for the next year.
I'm really glad
uh,
you're doing this because I don't think I probably could have did this.
oh yeah, this is what I do on my other podcast
Yeah,
too.
see, dude, I'm glad you're doing this. So
So
let's
chime in.
pretend I'm
Chime
the
in.
audience. Hit me with it, Duck. Come on.
So they move in with her husband's mom. Who gets weird. John and Grace move in with John's mom, and it's the same house from The People Under the Stairs. If you ever seen that, it's
Are
the
you
same.
the Wes Craven one?
Yeah, yeah. It's this. It shows them like moving into the house. And
That's
it's the
really
same.
the same house.
Yep, yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that's interesting
Little
already.
fun little movie
Now,
set.
do you think Wes was like, you know what would really make this People Under the Stairs maybe pop if we filmed it in the same place where they shot Witchcraft? You think that probably happened?
Yeah, maybe it was just cheap to get the exterior. I don't know. I mean, it's a cool looking house.
Yeah.
It needs paint job. I don't like that color of it, but whatever. Um, Linda, Grace's friend, sneaks into the hospital to see the baby, and this scene is fucking ridiculous.
Dude, it
It's playing
reminded
like,
me of like on cartoons, like the Flintstones,
yeah,
like tiki 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 tiki, like all around. I'm like, am I really seeing
it's
this?
like a Scooby. It's so stupid. It's playing like Ernest Goes
That
to
was
Camp
another part where I
music.
laughed out loud. I'm like, wow, like really? They decided to put this in, huh? I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
it's like ding, 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 and she's like crawling around on the ground. It's fucking dumb, dude. But it's like, why did y'all put this in the movie? I mean, I'm glad they did because it's fucking
Dude, I
hilarious.
was always expecting to hear the wah wah whenever she sneaks in and the baby's not there anymore. She's like,
Yeah. Do you
wah,
think
wah.
that? Do you think the screenwriter, the guy writing the script, was like, "Oh man, this is fucking comedy gold."
Yeah,
It's just like,
you don't have to
it's like,
drill anymore. We hit comedy oil.
yeah, this is so good. It's fucking so stupid. It
Yes, I,
literally is like a
all right,
fucking
dude. All
Flintstone.
right, I'm gonna. But I think I kind of liked it now. I think you're convincing me otherwise. Maybe I
uh,
did.
Grace keeps having these visions of like these witches like killing a poodle. It looks like they killed a poodle.
Yeah, it's like they got like a leftover like Beanie Baby, and then they stuffed it with like pig animal parts or something,
Yeah.
and it's like
Uh,
stabbed in the fire, and they're like eating its heart, and I'm like, hmm. I guess
uh,
Peter was not involved back then, so
yeah. I mean, at least it wasn't like Cannibal Holocaust where they're like
they
using
were actually
real.
really killing turtles and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
that's fucking brutal. Um,
yeah. That's
then
a.
we meet Ellsworth, the mute butler, who's my favorite character.
I gotta say, I think he's my favorite character too, dude.
I kept wanting to call him Ellwood, like balls from Ellwood, but I was like,
Oh,
it's Ellsworth, but I was
I'm creepy like him too. I could see how you
Ellwood.
that connection there. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not creepy. He's just misunderstood, I think.
Same,
It's like
same. That's why I related to him so much.
you need somebody to come give you a white flower.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
next time we see each other in person, you should present me with a white flower.
Well, that she gives him a white flower. Grace gives him a white flower, and I think that's why at the end of the movie he saves her life.
I know
Spoiler.
he's so overcome by the power of kindness that he's like,
Yeah, because he like looks at. I just still think it would have been hilarious if he like smelled it,
oh, you
but
know
he
what
just
though, dude? I have to say the effect where she stabs him through the mouth with the post, that
yeah, yeah,
that was pretty decent. I have to say
it did. It
that
looked
was
like
probably the
the
best effect in the whole movie. I think.
what's that movie? Happy Birthday to Me. You
Yeah.
know, you ever seen that? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I always wondered how they did that. They must have like had something in their mouth, I guess. But
You talk about
yeah,
the
it looked
the
awesome.
skewer. You talk about the skewer, the chopsticks.
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
whatever
what's that called? The shish
meat.
kebab.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Classic. That movie. That's my thing about watching movies like this is I always end up talking about movies I'd rather be watching. You know. But anyways, you're right. It did look cool. But they invite the priest over to come
to
bless
bless
the
the baby.
baby, and there's like fire around the baby. It's corny, but I'm kind of on board. I like it personally. The special effects are bad, but I don't know, it's kind of cool. The priest, like his face starts like getting boils on it and stuff, and then the husband and the mother-in-law start getting kind of weird. You know, it's like something weird's going on, right? Did you get that vibe?
Dude, you get that vibe from like the first 10 minutes. And
Yeah,
whenever I see somebody mug at the camera and smile real creepy, I'm like, some shit's happening. Like
yeah,
because as
yeah.
she does it like throughout the whole movie, she's like,
Okay, then my worst, the part of the movie I hate the most is where they're just sitting there for silence in 5 minutes eating steak.
yeah, and then they make sure they show every single person chewing and masticating disgustingly and
Yeah, it's
close
like
ups of the
a
nasty
close,
ass undercooked steak, and I'm like, ooh,
it's like a close
that
up.
might be the grossest part of the movie.
No, it's nasty, dude.
I have a thing like seeing people eat or chew. Like, I mean, have you seen The Substance yet?
Oh yeah, 3 times, man.
Oh, dude,
Love it.
fucking him eating the shrimp. Oh,
Yeah, it's nasty.
that's the grossest part of that movie for me, other than anything else.
Yeah, me too, actually. Yeah.
Like, who would have
Oh,
thought that would have been the scariest part?
yeah, the chicken leg part is pretty gross too.
I absolutely love the substance, though, man. I mean,
Oh, yeah, movie. It's the best movie I've seen in probably 10 years.
no doubt. I just got the 4K, and I'm excited to check out it again. So,
I've only seen it in the theater, so I guess I could watch it on that. It's just seeing a movie on a big screen. Nothing
dude,
beats it.
trust me, we just went to see the monkey, and like, I'm glad I went to the theater. So,
Yeah, what'd you think? It's pretty funny.
I hear people like complaining about it. I actually really liked it a lot, to be honest with you.
Really? Who? What were their complaints?
I don't know. XTina was reading reviews and people were crying about it. I actually thought it was fucking awesome, dude. I loved it. Like I liked everything about it, really. I mean, I
Yeah.
realized it's kind of different from the story. I get it, but well, you want to see the same old thing, like just
I mean,
translate.
the story's short as hell. Like
Well, that's what I
they
mean. It's a short story to begin with, and then like people are crying like it deviates from the source material and blah 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 blah. And
barely. There's
I'm
not
like,
much.
there's a killer fucking toy. I mean, what else do you want? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it
I,
was cool.
I
I didn't know if you knew this, and I don't mean to get away from witchcraft.
no.
She read on the internet. I knew that when they get older, that dude was playing double duty. He was playing both brothers, but I had
Mhm.
no idea that when they were little, that kid was playing both kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
I
had no
didn't know.
idea. Like Tina read that on the internet her day. I was like, get the hell out of here. That's amazing.
Oh.
I forgot that was the kid in Cocaine Bear.
Oh, it is. I didn't even put that
Yeah,
together.
but I couldn't believe he was pulling double duty too. I'm like, geez, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was. I tell everybody it's Napoleon Dynamite meets Final Destination.
That's kind of a good description. Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
if you want a fun Blackley comic movie, that's the way to go. I think it's more of a comedy than a horror movie.
Oh yeah, but all the characters are just so weird.
I
Like
know. That's
the
what I
whole
like
family
about
with
it,
the
though, dude.
Ramones haircut. You
Yeah,
know, the
I didn't
fucking.
realize that was Corey Cunningham from fucking Halloween Ends. I was like, oh,
Ah, I didn't know that either.
I
Damn,
was
man.
like, dude, I'm surprised he was able to get another role in Hollywood after that shitty ass Halloween Ends movie. Oh,
That wasn't his fault. That movie
I know.
sucked.
That's what I said. I go, it's not his fault. He took a bad movie. I mean, geez, but
Man, but you think uh oh my god, my mind went blank. Laurie Strode, fucking
Jamie
what's
Lee
her name?
Curtis.
Yeah, don't you think she would have read the script and been like, "No, please rewrite this." I guess she was like contractually
I'm sure that
obligated.
probably happened, and then they clicked the suitcase and they opened the big suitcase full of money, and she was like, "Okay, when do we get started?"
Yeah, you want me to eat some yogurt in this?
Yeah, man. If I can, I'll bring my what the hell does that shit she shows all the time?
Makes
Yeah,
you poop.
Activia. Yeah,
Yeah, paranormal Activia.
yeah, yeah. See, that sounds like a porn parody or something.
Oh, I wouldn't know. Never seen one.
Yeah, me neither.
Uh,
You want me to
so
see
yeah,
that pop
the
up online
priest.
though? I surely didn't steal that idea from you, Doug.
Oh, dude, these witchcraft movies basically turn into softcore porn as we go on. They get lots of boobs.
I was gonna say I don't even think there was even any titty in this one, was there?
Nope, none, no,
Because I
nope.
mean that was the age where like that was a trope. You had to have like some you had to have some boobage, you had to have some premarital sexage. Yeah, I mean
Well,
yes,
there's kind of it seems like there's a sex scene in here, but I guess it's like after they had sex or something.
yeah, it's like post. I
Yeah.
thought that was funny too though. Like she's like, make love to me. And he's like, I don't think this is the time or the place. And then she's like, I don't care. And then
Ugh.
they just like, I said no. I said this is not the time or the place. And I'm like, dude, this is the most unrealistic fucking movie I've ever seen. There's no dude that's gonna be like, no, no pussy for me. Like, I'm good. Not in my parents' rec room. I mean,
Jesus,
that
yeah.
might have been the most preposterous thing of the whole film, actually. I mean,
Oh, the rest of it was pretty realistic. Yeah.
oh yeah, dude. I mean, yeah,
uh, she says she wants to go back to their old house, but the house burned down. But he was like lying about that, or he was lying about when it burned down. And
Which brings me to the top-notch acting of her neighbor whenever she goes back to her. It's like, I seen it, and she's like, I seen it burn down last week.
yes, yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure when they're like, it's good, just leave it in. It'll be fine. But I don't mean to slow down your break, though. Keep going.
No. There's not much left, really. She, God, I'm just gonna skip over some of this. Her friend gets decapitated.
Spoiler alert.
There is like some kind of cool special effects, like where she like gets her wrists sliced open and stuff. But then we find out her husband and her mother-in-law are witches that were reincarnated from 300 years ago. Which, you speak in the spoiler, on the cover of the VHS for this movie, it's like after 300 years they return. It's like, wow.
Oh, so they just gave away the whole ending.
Literally gave away the end
right
of the movie
box.
on the cover.
Well, they really counting on the provocative lady laying on the slab, looking all come hither, and then you won't even pay attention to that. So, and it worked because I didn't even catch that.
So William ends up being in their past life, the mother-in-law, the mom, and her son were married in their past lives. They were married and they had a son, William, and they all three were killed and they reincarnated. So they're trying to get their son back, William. And it's like, well, if you wanted William, why didn't you just kill Grace and take the kid? What's the whole point of this movie? Like, just kill her after she gives birth, kill her and take the kid, and then go have a romantic relationship with your mother.
Yeah, I mean, they always say incest is best. Put your, 300-year-old mom to the test. I mean, haven't you heard?
Oh God, who says that?
Oh, I've heard that in the past.
Yeah, that must be a Pittsburgh thing.
Oh,
yeah.
That's actually more like a East Liverpool thing.
I guess I can't talk because I used to live in West Virginia, where that actually is a thing.
That's a different test altogether.
Yeah.
Same family. Well, same family, pretty much.
So they're gonna kill Grace, but the butler comes in because I guess he's in love with Grace or something, and he shoots her husband. But then the butler gets stabbed in the throat with the spear thing, and then Grace stabs the mother-in-law, and that's the end of the movie. Yeah, we made it.
Yeah, which it's funny, as I was listening to your breakdown, all I could think about was, man, they must have been some really shitty Satanists, because surely there could have been some better spells where it could have just been like, that's a gabagaboo, and then they steal the baby, or there could have been easier means to come across to the same end. I think, like you said, I mean, surely there had to be better spells or things they could have did to steal a baby or reincarnate a baby, I guess. But
I just conjured a baby.
Oh, cutie.
He smells like Satan.
What's his name again?
That one's Arthur.
Oh, that's cool, man. It's a cute puppy.
What was your favorite part of this movie?
The ending.
Yeah, the ending was all right.
No, by ending I meant credits.
Oh, you like the song?
No, I only got to hear part of it too, because on Tubi they try to cue you into watching and it goes from 1 to 3, and I'm like, oh, I got to shut this off. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. I don't want to ruin it.
My favorite part was the cartoon lady trying to sneak into the hospital.
I was gonna say, if I had to pick some highlights, that's one. The rotating head on the strings, probably my other favorite part. The bad acting from the neighbor lady makes me laugh. I mean, there is some definite.
I like all the face melting and stuff.
I almost feel like, if you had nothing else to do and you've already watched every, good film you possibly would want to watch and you have no other options, this would be a nice way to spend an afternoon. Sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot more fun when you have like a buddy to talk about it with, though. Like, or if he was with an audience and you could kind of mystery science theater it a little bit, I think it'd be probably a fun night.
Mm. And it's also like back in the day when movies used to be. I remember watching movies when I was a kid. This movie's an hour and 20 minutes, I think. But I remember watching movies, like renting movies that were 70 minutes long. An
Oh
hour
yeah,
and
dude. All the
long.
full moon
That,
movies were kind of like known for that.
yeah, and like, it's crazy because me and my wife were talking about this the other day. We watched that movie Elevation. It just came out, and it's 90 minutes long. And we're like, they don't make 90-minute long movies anymore. I mean,
It's
every
that, dude.
movie now is
Everything
like,
has to be
yeah,
like 2 hours plus now, and like sometimes it turns me off.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I missed the
So,
things like
it's a quick
70
watch.
minutes. Maybe
Yeah,
it's my attention span short now. I don't know.
yeah. I'm trying to think the last movie I watched that was short besides. Have you seen Elevation yet?
No,
It's okay.
don't worry about it.
I mean, if you could watch it for free, like we watched it for free, so you
Last
know.
things we've seen was the Monkey and Companion, and we liked both of those. So
Oh yeah, those were great. I'm trying to think what else I saw recently. Um, Heart Eyes. Have you seen Heart Eyes? I can't remember if we talked about that.
no, I've been trying to go. I haven't been able to get out to see it yet. Is it worth going
Mm.
to see?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's really good.
Yeah, I've heard it
Yeah,
was really good. So
yeah. 2025. Well, I guess Hard Eyes. Did Hard Eyes come out last year? I can't remember. But I feel like recently there's been like really good horror movies coming out.
I feel like, usually like when everything's all off the hook and crazy, that usually kind of produces the best horror movies. Like for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
the best music. Like I mean, so yeah,
Yeah.
I always feel like that. I mean, at least there's some good to come out of it all. But yeah, I mean, it was great. It's great doing this with you, Duck. I mean, it's I've already episode one almost in the can. I had a great time, and I mean,
Yeah.
after talking to you, I'm actually strangely looking forward to watching the next one. So,
I love watching movies, man. Good, bad.
oh, me
I
too, dude.
love them
That's
all.
I'm in my element. So, I mean, looking forward to. Is there a tagline for the next one?
I don't know. Let's look it up real quick. What
Like
we got? 4 minutes.
Witchcraft, Electric Boogaloo, or something?
I just added a list. Let me see. I'm very curious.
That
It.
Tatooine hat is pretty awesome.
Oh, it's Witchcraft 2: The Temptress.
Ooh, the Temptress. Oh, are we heading into like soft level porn already, or?
Let's see. A witch. Oh, the witch from the first Witchcraft movie stalks the now teenage child. She attempts to kill his friends in order to slowly corrupt them to Satan. However, the boy. What? Wow, they just spoiled the whole movie in the back of the box. Don't read the back of the box.
I'm noticing a pattern with these, dude.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, I guess we know he survives because there's fucking 16 of these movies. He's supposedly an immortal.
So it's like Highlander.
Yeah, except not good.
Oh, yeah.
I heard they're making a new Highlander with Henry Cavill.
I heard that. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like the old ones a lot.
I'm down, man. The
Really?
old one will still be there.
Yeah, it's true. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
always just a snob when it comes to remakes, dude. I mean, and sometimes they do work out. I mean, there's been ones I like. So,
What's your favorite remake?
oh, you know what? This is probably going to be a surprise, and most people probably wouldn't choose it. But like, I really like Let the Right One In, and I actually thought Let Me In was
Mm.
pretty decent. I thought that kind of was a decent remake. I like the I Spit on Your Grave remake. I thought was
Oh,
decent.
yeah.
I like.
I'm thinking of like The Thing, The Fly.
Oh,
Those are
yeah, dude.
really good.
Carpenter's rivals the first one for sure, being from another planet. But I like the Last House one was decent. It
Oh
just
yeah, yeah.
the ending was a little, didn't seem like it fit, but I thought it was overall pretty decent remake. I don't know. It's
The Hills Have Eyes was a good remake.
oh yeah, the first one, the Alexander Jaw one, I thought was good.
Mm.
Yeah, there's probably maybe I got a handful like 10 maybe I like, but But I could tell you about ones I really don't like, but that's a whole episode. But yeah, I mean, I guess this was episode one in the can, buddy.
Yeah, Witchcast.
Which cast, buddy? So
We're gonna be
next
dropping new
time,
episodes
yeah,
at the end of every month, so
yeah,
stay
check out
tuned.
next month when we watch Witchcraft 2. What,
The
the
Tempter.
Temptress?
Yeah.
So
Watch our slow descent into madness over the next
yes,
year
watch
and
Duck and I tempt you guys into watching the Witchcraft series.
a
So
half.
until next time, I am Balls from Ellwood. This is my ride or die, Mr. Duck. And we will see you on the next Witchcast.
Bye.